Ian, how are you?
You up?
Make yourselves at home.
Thank you very much.
Hope you like the new spread.
It is actually, yeah. It's gorgeous.
Kind of fancy and nice, but
yeah, fantastic.
Anyway, terrific version of the song.
Thank you very much.
You.
Are you big fans of Michael?
Yeah. He's
great singer.
It's a great song, that, you know, it's an amazing song, but in general, his jazz stuff is brilliant as well. He's really good.
Yeah. I only got the album today, haven't had a chance to listen to it, but that's the only song I kind of recognise. Is it all original material in the new album?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've made a conscious decision this year to go back to to go back to pop music, really. Some stuff a lot more like the earlier days, like the Flying Without Wings and World of Our Own songs. And I mean, even though we enjoyed doing the Love album last year and stuff, I think we just felt that it was time to go back to basics and go back to the pop music, you know. And we're very proud of this album.
Well, I'm delighted to see you here, because a few weeks ago, the city was rife with rumours that Westlife are no more. They were breaking up.
That happens every year.
Well, clearly it's not happening, because you've got big news for next summer.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
Go over it. We're playing Crow Park on the 1st of June.
I'm glad this screams.
Sligo don't get to play Crow Park that often, isn't that?
They played it this year, though. They played it this year.
They'll be playing it next year.
Yeah, we
The Point, of course, is closed. I mean, I love going to the Point to see your concerts, but of course that can't happen until the redevelopment
Yeah, I mean,
takes place.
it's great that the Point has been done up, you know, because as much as it's been a fantastic venue and we've played there so many times, this has given us a real opportunity to kind of grasp this now and kind of go, next year is our 10th anniversary, we'll be together 10 years. So that's our 10th birthday bash. It's like the big one, it's the big cheese. We're going all out. It's going to be an amazing show. So anybody who likes Westlife pop music, come see it. It's going to be an absolute...
Okay, there's a different dynamic, though, as you're saying,
good
Keane.
sell, good sell.
Good sell. No, there's a different
There's
dynamic
hardly any
anyway.
tickets left, even though it's not on sale yet.
When did they go on sale, by the way? What's the date?
At the moment, it's November 23rd, but that can change, so I suppose look at the website and see what happens. Yeah.
Different dynamic, though, doing a place like Crow Park. Have you done kind of stadium gigs before?
We've done different things around the world, festivals and different things, but to do Crow Park and, actually we did 2 nights in Lansdowne in 2003, but I think this one is just the pinnacle. From day one of the band, we've always been like, you know, you look at the stadium every time you come into the city and you're like, wow. When we played at the Special Olympics, the closing ceremony, and it was just like a beehive for people, and it was like, if we ever do that, that'll be the pinnacle of, you know, our professional career. So we're so excited at the moment.
All right. Will that be the only gig you'll do next year, or will it be a tour?
We're actually on tour. We're starting the tour in Belfast on the 26th, I think, of February. And we're basically touring for like 5 months. But the kind of end of it then will be the road basically to Crow Park is the whole tour. And we're doing a big documentary about it. And it's going to be...
there'll be a DVD of
we'll do a
the
DVD
concert.
yeah, it's going to be a big special, like, mad extravaganza kind of thing.
Okay. There is talk, though, I mean, when Louis was in with us a few weeks ago, he said that you guys are actually, you know, you've worked very hard, that you might take a little time off to be with family, you know, children, twins and other children. And
I think the best way to kind of put it would be, we're not going to release an album next year, because we kind of feel like over the last few years we've been rushing things a wee bit, and we kind of feel like we're, you know, the standard of what we do and the band that we are, it's got to be at that very high standard. So we're going to kind of, after Crow Park and after the tour finishes next year, we're going to take a long break, a few months, and then we're going to start looking for songs and start recording songs and kind of go back to exactly how we did it at the start and not actually have a release date, and just wait until we have the album, until we have the songs, until we know that this is the best album that we've ever made. You know, it's going to be all the Flying Without Wings of the early days, the same type of stuff that we did at the very start, and come back with a massive bang and come back and show everybody that, you know...
He could sell sand to the Arabs. He
sell
could.
Ice to the Eskimos.
Ice to the Eskimos, absolutely. Looking back on the whole adventure, it's been a fantastic adventure. I bet none of you guys could have anticipated that 9 years on, heading for your 10th anniversary, this would still be
It's absolutely
happening.
phenomenal. I mean, I don't think any of us even knew what a career was at the start. You know, we just kind of thought it was brilliant that Louis Walsh took our phone call, and we thought it was brilliant that we got a record deal, and, you know, just everything started happening for us bit by bit or whatever. So I don't think we didn't even think what was happening the following year, never mind 9 years on. It's become our lives, and it's like nearly 10 years we've been doing it now, so it's a massive part of our lives, and it has been for 10 years. So, you know,
which, as I said in the introduction, you've been doing it longer than most bands survive.
It's very difficult to remember what it's like without not being in Westlife, you know.
Exactly, yeah. We've done 9 albums in 9 years. You know, it's a lot of albums to do, and, you know, the year off, I think, for us as well is kind of going to give us into the next decade to do, like, we want to do 9 more albums, and, you know, it might take us 15 years to do, but we see bands like take that now back together. They've had a huge comeback, but they're 10, 11 years older than us, so it shows that there is, you know, we can do that in 10 years' time.
One of the things they said when they were on the show with us is that first time round, you know, they were in Tokyo, say, or Tokyo. They were in Tokyo airport and they were in a 5-star hotel. They didn't see Tokyo. This time round, they're going to be able to do it a little more slowly. Instead of 5 gigs and 5 nights, it may be 2 gigs and 5 nights.
It's kind of what we're doing as well. I think, you know, 9 years into it, you know, you kind of, the way you have to do it, you got to, you know, you can't work just 7 days a week or 8 days a week. You know, you've got to take a little break, maybe take weekends off. And I think, you know, some of us are family men, and you're able to, you know, you've got to be able to enjoy that as well. And I think we've managed to kind of find the happy medium. You can never not work hard, you know, because there'll always be somebody ready to take your place, if you like. But I think we have that happy medium now. The break will do us the world of good. And, you know, we genuinely really want to stay together, you know, and we're getting older, but we're enjoying it, you know, more and more. And to see those guys at nearly 40 years of age next year doing backflips, I mean, that's brilliant. You know,
we still won't be doing backflips. So.
I'm going to learn how to do backflips by the time
We're all
I'm
going to
40.
do backflips when we come back.
Yeah.
That's what we're taking a year off to learn how to do.
The new album will be called Backflip Home.
The thing is, you all seem to get on well still.
Yeah.
I mean, there must be days, though, when someone gets out of line.
There's days where we kill each other, of course. We're like normal. We're like 4, you know, normal lads. You know, it's like we're in college, or, you know, we chose each other as friends, you know, before we became a band. That's why I think there's a very strong relationship there between all of us. But in general, you know, we love what we do. We're in a very lucky position, and we don't take it for granted, and we want it to keep going. You know, we love what we.
And that's the question, because often when something stops that is predictably a short career, like a footballer, for example, and I know Nicky would have liked to have been a footballer.
Still like to be.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to Crow Park now, so I'm all right.
But when that comes to an end, and what do they do? You know, maybe they've got some business interests. Maybe they go into coaching or something like that. Yeah. But a lot of them just find time very heavy on their hands.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That's the position. I mean, we had quite a little bit of time off during the summer, and I think one thing that I realised was that, you know, I'm never going to enjoy just sitting at home doing nothing, you know, for long periods of time. I mean, I love going back and relaxing for a while, but I think that I'll always have to be doing something, you know, whatever it is.
Do you reckon be in the music business? I mean,
well, I think
you guys know more about it than most at this stage.
I think, you know, we never look at, you know, people ask us, what are you going to do after Westlife? But we see Westlife going on for such a long time. We're like, well, when Westlife ends, we'll decide that. But for the foreseeable future, we're going to be doing Westlife, because we're at the pinnacle of our career. We couldn't be any bigger individually, let's say, or doing something else. Why end an amazing thing when you're at that height, and just keep it going and enjoy it.
While you're enjoying it.
Exactly. We're very happy in our life.
There's no better job, is there, than showbiz?
Yep.
Absolutely. Look, guys, we're going to have a Christmas special with you, which is going out on December 28th.
That's right.
So we'll be seeing a lot of each other in the meantime.
Indeed.
But for the moment, Keane and Shane and Mark and Nicky. Westlife, thank you very much.
Thank you.